this is an iHeart podcast. Guaranteed human.
On the Cino Show podcast, each episode invites you into a raw, unfiltered conversations about recovery, resilience, and redemption. On a recent episode, I sit down with actor, cultural icon Danny Trejo to talk about addiction, transformation, and the power of second chances. The entire season 2 is now available to binge, featuring powerful conversations with guests like Tiffany Haddish, Johnny Knoxville, and more.
I'm an alcoholic, and without this program, I'm gonna die.
Listen to the Cino Show on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Hey there, folks. Amy Robach and TJ Holmes here.
And we know there is a lot of news coming at you these days, from the war with Iran to the ongoing Epstein fallout, government shutdowns, high-profile trials. And what the hell is that Blake Lively thing about anyway?
We are on it every day, all day.
Follow us, Amy and TJ, for news updates throughout the day.
Listen to Amy and TJ on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you listen to podcasts.
Saturday, May 2nd, country's biggest stars will be in Austin, Texas at our 2026 iHeart Country Festival presented by Capital One. Tickets are on sale now. Get yours before they sell out at Ticketmaster.com. That's Ticketmaster.com.
This Women's History Month, the podcast Keep It Positive, Sweetie celebrates the power of women choosing healing, purpose, and faith, even when life gets messy.
Love is not a destination. You have to work on it every day.
Keep It Positive, Sweetie creates space for honest conversations on self-worth, love, growth, and navigating life with grace and grit, led by women who uplift, inspire, and tell the truth out loud.
I have several conversations with God, and I know why it took 20 years.
To hear this and more, listen to Keep It Positive, Sweetie on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
It is time for today's Strawberry Letter, and if you need advice on relationships, work, sex, parenting, and more, please submit your Strawberry Letter to SteveHarveyFM.com by clicking Submit Strawberry Letter. We could be reading your letter live on the air, just like we're going to read this one right here, right now. You never know, it could be yours today. Mm-hmm.
It could be yours. Buckle up and hold on tight. We got it for you. Here it is. Strawberry Letter.
Subject, he's not handsome, but he's blessed. Dear Steve and Shirley, I'm 34 years old and I'm dating a pastor that is 42 years old. We are both divorced and we met online. I'm ready for children, and although he already has 2 from his first marriage, he said he'd have another child with me. He wants us to have sex before we get married, but I prefer to wait until the night of our wedding. I love to tease him in sexy lingerie, and he always jokes about ripping my nightgown off and taking whatever he wants. I love this man, and we have a great time together, but I don't like the way he looks. He has a hard face and a permanent frown in his forehead. He has short teeth, but they're pearly white. My aunt and my mother warned me against having children with him because they said my baby will look like a gremlin. This man is anointed, and he has been a perfect gentleman. He's a man of God for sure, and he's blessed where it counts. Just because I am not partaking of his blessings, I still know what he's working with, and I can't wait to make him and it all mine. I've never been into looks, and I think less handsome men are sexy because they are rough looking. This man can walk around me in nothing but his underwear, and I will be a happy woman for the rest of my life. But my aunt and my mother said I need to try it out before we get engaged, just in case he is terrible in bed. How can he be terrible when he's working with all of that? I need your advice on this one. Should I sample the goods now or wait until marriage?
Come on here, Harvey.
Okay. Just because someone is blessed, as you call it, doesn't mean they know, what to do with what they have. So, that's kind of a funny question that you're asking. I got to say this, though.
Careful.
Huh?
Careful.
I am. The first thing I learned out the gate from this letter is that pastors are on dating sites, and he's single, so I'm not judging or anything, just a little surprised. And that's not what this letter is about. It's about, should you give him a test drive before you buy this car, so to speak. And you know what? Most people do. Most people do have sex before marriage. It's admirable that you want to wait until your wedding night. And you got to decide what's right for you. I find it odd that you never mention how he treats you. Is he good to you? All you're talking about is how he looks and what he's blessed with. I think if you're holding out on him because you truly don't want to have sex before marriage until your wedding night, because you think God is watching and you mention that this is a man of God, then stick to your beliefs. Stick to your beliefs. But you have to stop teasing the man with your sexy lingerie and all of that, because it doesn't sound like the pastor can hold out much longer. Now, if you want to do it just because, your mom and your aunt are pressuring you, that's still not a good reason to have sex with him if you don't want to. If you want to wait. They don't need to be in your bedroom business anyway. So again, this is your decision. This is your decision. If you don't mind being with and having children by an unattractive man, as you call him, a hard face and little baby teeth, well, that's up to you. It's your life. You say he's packing and that seems to be all that's important to you from this letter, then go for it. Stop listening to all these other people who are into your business. You got to do what's right for you. Steve?
Well, I'm going to just tell you this right off the dribble. Probably need to go on and listen to Shirley on this one, because what I'm about to tell you ain't nothing but truth. All I'm finna tell you is nothing but truth. I'm going to give you some facts, and then you have to make your own decision, because I can't tell you how to live your life. Now, you 34, he 42. That's an 8-year difference. Both of y'all are divorced, and people are divorced for a reason. Y'all met online. You ready for kids? He got 2 from his first marriage. He said he'd have another child with me. You know how many times he done had to say that? And you know why? Because he's not handsome. Ugly men have to hair up and get in agreement with a woman. We got to get on the same page because he ugly. You said he's not handsome, but we know what that means. His ugly got to hair up and agree with everything women want, because his ugly ain't got no whole lot of options. Now, like I told you probably need to just go on with Shirley's answer, because I ain't finna give you nothing but facts. He wants to have us to have sex before we get married. That's got a lot to do with him being ugly. He can't run the risk of you waiting and starting to ask questions about him and looking at him closer and sitting over there and starting to analyze stuff. You already got some stuff. I'll tell you about that in a minute, because you love to tease him in sexy lingerie. Yeah. He always joke about ripping my nightgown off and taking whatever he wants. I love this man. We have a great time together, but I don't like the way he looks. Right there, he got a hard face and a permanent frown in his forehead. When a man got a hard face,
what does that mean?
That's the kind that look like a rock. You ain't ever seen a pretty rock.
I've never heard that before. You look like a rock.
You just look like a rock. Got a hard face. You know what? Even when he smiled, it looked like he crying. Just got a hard face. He be telling a joke and everybody be scared.
Hold that thought. Part 2. Steve Harvey's response is coming up at 23 minutes after the hour. Today's Strawberry letter subject is he's not handsome, but he's blessed. We'll get back into it right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
I'm Bailey Taylor, and this is It Girl. You may know me from my It Girl series I've done on the streets of New York over the years. Well, I've got good news. I am bringing those interviews and many more to this podcast. Yes, we will talk about the style and the success, but we are also talking about the pressure, the expectations, and the real work with the women shaping culture right now.
As a woman in the industry, you're always underestimated. So you have to work extra hard and you have to push the narrative in a way that doesn't compromise who you are and your integrity. I like to say I was kind of like a
silent ninja.
Each week, I have unfiltered conversations with female founders, creatives, and leaders to talk about ambition, visibility, and what it really takes to build something meaningful in the public eye. Because being an it girl isn't about the spotlight, it's about owning it. I think the negatives need to be discussed and they need to be told to people who maybe don't do this every day, just so they know what's really going on. I feel like pulling the curtain back is important.
Listen to It Girl with Bailey Taylor on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Why hasn't a woman formally participated in a Formula One race weekend in over a decade?
Think about how many skills they have to develop at such a young age.
What can we learn from all of the new F1 romance novels suddenly popping up every year?
He still smelled of podium champagne and expensive friction.
And how did a 2023 event called Wagageddon change the paddock forever?
That day is just seared into my memory.
I'm culture writer and F1 expert Lily Herman, and these are just a few of the questions I'm tackling on No Grip, a Formula One culture podcast that dives into the underexplored pockets of the sport. In each episode, a different guest and I will go deeper into the wacky mishaps, scandals, and sagas, both on the track and far away from it, that have made F1 a delightful, decadent dumpster fire for more than 75 years. Listen to No Grip on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
If you're trying to keep up with everything happening on and off the court, we've got you covered on the podcast Flagrant and Funny.
You want to start with the first question for the Big Ten Coach of the Year?
Oh, whatever.
Would you like to?
Yeah, sure.
So you're a Spartan, is that what I'm getting?
Exactly. So whether your bracket is busted or you just want the real talk on what's happening during the tournament, open your free iHeartRadio app, search Flagrant and Funny with Carrie Champion and Jamel Hill, and listen now.
Presented by Capital One, founding partner of iHeart Women's Sports.
10-10 shots fired, City Hall building.
A silver .40 caliber handgun was recovered at the scene.
From iHeart Podcasts and Best Case Studios, this is Rorschach, Murder at City Hall.
How could this have happened at City Hall? Somebody tell me that. Jeffrey, who did it?
July 2003. Councilman James E. Davis arrives at New York City Hall with a guest. Both men are carrying concealed weapons. And in less than 30 minutes, both of them will be dead.
Everybody in the chambers ducked.
A shocking public murder.
They scream, get down, get down. Those are shots. Those are shots, get down.
A charismatic politician.
You know, he just bent the rules all the time, man.
I still have a weapon, and I could shoot you.
And an outsider with a secret.
He alleged he was a victim of slapdown.
That may or may not have been political. That may have been about sex.
Listen to Rorschach, Murder at City Hall on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Hey, it's Carla Farrell. Kick that old mop and bucket aside. Are you ready for a mop and bucket clean in half the time? Make the swap to Swiffer Power Mop. The all-in-one cleaning hero has a built-in solution that breaks down dirt and grime like magic. With hundreds of scrubbing strips on the pad, it absorbs sticky messes with ease. Plus, it'll leave your home smelling great for hours after cleaning. Get yours today and mop smarter with the Swiffer Power Mop.
All right, come on, Steve. Let's recap today's Strawberry Letter. The subject
Yeah.
is he's not handsome, but he's blessed.
Yeah, well, we'll get into that in a minute. But this man is 42 years old. Both of y'all got divorced for a reason. For a reason. I'm ready for children. Although he had 2 from his first marriage, he said he'd have another child with me. He can't believe you want one with him. He know how he look. He's so ugly, you done wrote about him. You don't think he heard this before? He done heard this his whole life. This ain't no new information. You just done wrote in on the national radio show. He's not handsome, but he blessed. Because he ugly. I love this man. We have a great time together, but I don't like the way he look. He got a hard face and a permanent frown in his forehead. Just over there looking like a rock. He be telling jokes, ain't nobody laughing. Everybody had that little grimace on their face, like they kind of back up a little bit. You ever met somebody so ugly when they talk to you, you just keep leaning out the way, inch by inch by inch. Next thing you know, your ain't even in your chair no more because you're trying to deal with all this in front of you. What is this hard rockin' man got a mouth? And then you sit up and talking about he got short teeth, but they pearly white. Hell, it's easy to take care of little teeth. Hell, they short. He probably through brushing his teeth in no time. You can have pearly white teeth when they short. He got all that current corn in his head. He got his whole mouth look like a row of corn. And you talking about they pearly white. Hell, it don't take him no time to brush. He ain't got nothing to brush. And I'm telling you, let me tell you what this woman, when she say they short, she mean just coming up out the gums. That's what she talking about. That type of short. Just coming up out the gums. So now, he got pearly whites and they short. My aunt and my mother warned me against having children here because they said my baby gonna look like a gremlin. They not lying to you. They not lying. This baby you finna have, if the baby don't look just like you, ma'am, you better hope you really. Now, let me ask you this, and you're gonna have to be honest because we don't know this. Are you extremely attractive? Because you're gonna have to offset with this baby. What's going? And like chances are, I'm just going out on a limb. I'm gonna say you're not extremely attractive.
Oh, Lord.
I'm going to just go out on a limb. I think you're an attractive woman, but you may not be attractive enough to have an ugly man and have a baby with an ugly man. Because you got to be near beautiful to offset and get this baby a chance of being regular looking. See,
not get a baby a chance.
No, this baby not going to have a chance. He going to grow up with them little teeth, that hard look on his face, and God forbid it don't be a girl. Lord have mercy, Jesus. This man is anointed, and he's been a perfect gentleman. He's a man of God for sure. He's blessed where it counts. Just because I'm not partaking of his blessings, I still know what he's working with, and I can't wait to make him and it all mine. Mm-hmm. Now, you need to think about something now. Why is him still available? Why is him online looking for love if he's a pastor?
Man of the cloth.
See, you need to have some more conversation with this man. I've never been into looks, and I think less handsome men are sexy because they rough looking.
What?
Well, jackpot. Well, you sitting on top of gold mine if that's the case. Because you can't look no rougher than a rock. I'm telling you that right now.
Never heard that.
Hard face. That's about as rough as you can. This man can walk around in nothing but his underwear and I'll be a happy woman the rest of my life. But my aunt and mother said I need to try. Wait a minute, let me ask you something. Who is your aunt and your mama? Who is these heifers? Do they have men? Why are you listening to them? And your mama and your aunt said need to try it out before we get engaged just in case he's terrible in bed. How can he be terrible when he's working with all that? Ooh, I've heard.
They're not ready.
I've been talking to women a whole lot of times. Let me just put right here. I'm betting on him.
Put money on him.
Yeah. See, he ugly. He's had to learn how to perform.
He finna bring it.
Yeah.
Oh, he finna do everything in his power. Cause he ugly. He know he not gonna get another shot.
Okay.
And he know the line ain't long because everybody ain't seen him walking around in his drawers. Most people just looking at that hard face, them little teeth. And most people just trying to figure out how I'm gonna get through marrying Flavor Flav. That's what a lot of women is faced with.
Oh my God.
Now, if you can sit there and marry this man with this clock around his neck,
Flavor Flav,
then go ahead. Yeah. I need your advice on this one. Should I sample the goods now or wait till marriage? Please help. Listen to me. If you wait 90 days and you can still talk to him up close, if you can wait 90 days and that hardness, that rock hard face with that permanent frown is still not repulsing you, then go ahead.
Sounds like she done waited 90 already.
All right, Steve. Please leave your comments on today's Strawberry Letter on Instagram at Steve Harvey FM.
Shirley,
check out. Yes.
Can I just say one last thing?
One last thing.
There's a strong possibility that this baby gonna be ugly as hell, though. Just want to put that out there.
You made that point.
Got to make that one more time.
Check out the Strawberry Letter podcast on demand. Coming up next, it is Junior and Sports Talk right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
On the Stino Show podcast, each episode invites you into a raw, unfiltered conversations about recovery, resilience, and redemption. On a recent episode, I sit down with actor, cultural icon Danny Trejo to talk about addiction, transformation, and the power of second chances. The entire season 2 is now available to binge, featuring powerful conversations with guests like Tiffany Haddish, Johnny Knoxville, and more.
I'm an alcoholic, and without this program, I'm gonna die.
Listen to the Stino Show on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Hey there, folks. Amy Robach and TJ Holmes here.
And we know there is a lot of news coming at you these days, from the war with Iran to the ongoing Epstein fallout, government shutdowns, high-profile trials, and what the hell is that Blake Lively thing about anyway?
We are on it every day, all day.
Follow us, Amy and TJ, for news updates throughout the day.
Listen to Amy and TJ on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you listen to podcasts.
Saturday, May 2nd, country's biggest stars will be in Austin, Texas at our 2026 iHeart Country Festival presented by Capital One. Tickets are on sale now. Get yours before they sell out at Ticketmaster.com. That's Ticketmaster.com.
This Women's History Month, the podcast Keep It Positive, Sweetie, celebrates the power of women choosing healing, purpose, and faith, even when life gets messy.
Love is not a destination. You have to work on it every day.
Keep It Positive, Sweetie creates space for honest conversations on self-worth, love, growth, and navigating life with grace and grit, led by women who uplift, inspire, and tell the truth out loud.
I have several conversations with God, and I know why it took 20 years.
To hear this and more, listen to Keep It Positive, Sweetie on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
This is an iHeart podcast. Guaranteed human.